Hey folks, welcome to yet another video. In this one, we'll try to learn about arbitrage funds, which are a tax efficient alternative to fixed deposits. Now, this video becomes even more relevant if you fall under a higher tax bracket, because higher the tax bracket, higher will be the tax savings when we switch to arbitrage funds. Now, arbitrage funds have been around for quite some time, but their popularity hasn't caught up compared to the benefit it provides, and it clearly shows up in the AUM when we compare it with the AUM that FD attracts, right? Now, arbitrage funds work by simultaneously buying and selling shares across two exchanges. Now, let's say I'm able to buy Reliance shares from cash market for 100 rupees, and I'm able to sell it immediately in the futures market for 105. Then 5 rupees is the spread, and it is also the returns I'm able to generate, right? It's almost like buying tomatoes from a cheaper market, like let's say Mayur Vihar, and then selling it in a pricier market like Gurgaon, right? Now, since the buy sell happens simultaneously, my returns are fixed and they are not altered by the market volatility. My returns now become dependent on the spread I'm able to generate, right? Now, spread is directly proportional to the interest rate. So the returns from arbitrage funds will be higher in a higher interest rate environment compared to a lower interest rate environment, right? Now, also, since arbitrage funds primarily hold equities, albeit briefly, they fall under equity taxation, although they provide the capital protection of an FD. Now, comparing arbitrage funds with FDs, while considering a 30% tax slab, we can clearly see the benefits that arbitrage funds provide, right? Now, due to equity taxation, my returns are slightly higher in arbitrage funds, and of course, if I plan my taxes better, I can entirely avoid paying taxes on arbitrage funds, because the returns, if the returns are well within the 1.225 lakh annual cap, I can save the entirety of my tax on the arbitrage funds. Now, mind you that if I have an FD, I must pay taxes annually even if I have not encashed the FD, but that's not the case with arbitrage funds. Now we'll see how we can leverage these safer assets to boost our equity returns, right? I believe that we must always follow a planned asset allocation regardless of the market regime we're in, and we should avoid being 100% equity allocated, right? Having 15-20% in safer assets like arbitrage funds can help us boost returns, especially when markets fall, right? And especially when we make rule-based decisions. These extra 15-20% that we have in safer assets can be redeployed in the equity market when they have a sharp correction, right? Now, how do I do it? Now, let's say I have a mutual fund within Kotak, equity fund within Kotak. I'll try to have an arbitrage fund within the Kotak mutual fund house. Now, this is because mutual funds provide a internal switch feature where I can invest the capital from fund A back into fund B without having the money received in my bank account and then having to manually redeploy it. This entire internal switch is automatic, right? Now we discuss practically discuss what I described before, how safely parked capital can be redeployed back into the markets. But this will be fruitful only when this is done on a rule basis, not on emotional basis, right? Now, let's say there's a 15% correction in the market. I will deploy 30% of the safe capital that I have in arbitrage fund, and if there is a 20% plus correction, I'll go all in, right? Now, if you're wondering how often will we get these kind of drawdowns or investment opportunities, surprise, surprise, we get a 10 to 15% correction every year in markets, and a north of 20% correction we see almost every alternate year. Right. Now, to conclude, arbitrage funds offer FD-like returns in a tax-efficient way. On paper, FD returns may look slightly higher than arbitrage funds by a few basis points, but if we look at post-tax returns, arbitrage funds win, and the margin with which they win increases with higher income tax slabs, right? Now, arbitrage funds are not zero risk funds; they are low risk funds because their returns depends on the spread between cash and futures market, and the spread is directly proportional to the interest rate. So arbitrage funds will provide lower returns in a lower interest rate environment, and also the returns will be lower, and the returns will be lower if there are less arbitrage opportunities due to, let's say, if there are too many arbitrage funds in circulation, right? And we also learned how arbitrage funds can come in handy in case of market drawdowns if we tactically shift capital from safer assets to back into equity, right? Thank you guys, that was it for this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.